Yo. CMPradio.net, man. You already know it's your boy, Uncle P. And we are live from the Cultivating Mature Positivity Studios. And yes, tonight is Uncomfortable Conversations with me and your host,
Drea B.
That's right, y'all, man. Listen, this is what is this? What is Uncomfortable Conversations? So Uncomfortable Conversations is a place where we come and we talk about the uncomfortable topics in our community, right? Over the past couple of weeks, we've touched on different topics, and we're going to continue to touch on different topics. But right now, we're in September, and September is the month. It's National Suicide Awareness Month, right? And it's real, right? Both men and women suffer from depression. Both men and women suffer from suicide, right? Men are 4 times more likely to actually die from it, but women are more likely to attempt it, which is crazy, right? So we're here today, and we're talking about suicide awareness, how to check on your strong friends, how to check on the people that you feel like you don't need to check on, man. And this is Uncomfortable Conversations with my homegirl, Drea B.
Hey, y'all.
And myself, man. Drea, how was your weekend? Let's start off there. Tell us about your weekend from last Tuesday to this Tuesday and everything in between.
So this weekend was just a weekend of like relaxation for the most part. I did go out on Saturday. I went to a little party. That was cool. But I just chilled. I needed to relax. I'm back again to work. Like I said, this is my second week. It's been busy working in the school. So yeah, I'm still trying to get acclimated. How was your week?
My week was good. Me and Jordan hung out. We beat some people up, tore some things down.
Okay.
Cussed some people out.
Okay.
Right. But no, I am. Like I said, over the summer, I've been unemployed, right? So I've been in the house more than anywhere else, and just sitting back and thinking,
Okay.
right? Not trying to be too hard on myself. Now, the one thing, my therapist, when we talked, so I don't have two. I had a mock therapy session with a therapist, right? She's not my real therapist. But she asked me, have I ever been diagnosed with depression? So, I hit her back with, everybody has depression. There's no one that doesn't have a bit of depression, that has been depressed in their life. So I'm not gonna run from you diagnosing me with depression, but I don't want no medicine for it because I don't need no medicine for it, because I realized that sometimes life hits you a little too hard. You got to catch your breath. You got to sit down and recalculate and refigure out. You feel me? Like, what are you doing? What am I supposed to do? What am I trying to say at this point in my life? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to give? Right? You have to ask yourself those questions constantly, especially if you're in a place where it feels uncomfortable, that you're not used to. But other than that, my week was good.
Okay. Anything fun this weekend?
No, I haven't done anything fun. I haven't done anything fun all summer, man. I've been in the house. Like, literally, I've been in the house. Aside from going out for the book bag drive when we did that in the block party, Fusion Fridays.
Okay.
You feel me? I haven't really gone anywhere. I haven't really done anything, right? And
you've been in grind mode.
Yeah, in grind mode, trying to understand, what I have in my hands, right? So I have a radio station, you feel me? And I wanted to blow up as much as it possibly can and be able to employ people and pay people to come through here and talk, right? But, my dream isn't everyone else's dream, right? So we're going to continue to run into that. But today on the show, man, we're going to talk about how to check on your strong friends. Because I don't think a lot of people do that. Right? When you see a strong friend, you think they can handle it. They got it. You feel me? It's like, who and we'll do this during the journaling prompt, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. You know, can you name 3 people in your life, you feel me, that you consider to be strong?
Of course.
And can you talk about how many times you called them this week?
One person I talk to like almost every day.
Okay. How about the other 2?
Don't talk to the other 2 that much.
Right. Why not?
Because we're not that close.
Right. You got to be close to have a phone call. You get called from bill collectors all the time. They not close. My bill collectors call me every day. That's about that's the most conversation I get from people. Like, hey, how you doing? I just have a conversation with them. Maybe like,
that's true, but I'm again. I've been in the position of the strong friend, and
right.
I've been the one to take a brunt of everybody's problems and trying to fix everybody. And I'm really in the mode of practicing self-care. So it's not that I don't care, but I'm like, I've been in the position of strong friend. I don't mind checking in with people, but I'm not willing to overextend and overdo. I'm not willing to do over anything. Like at this point in my life, like I've overdone a lot of things that really set me back, socially, emotionally.
yeah,
So I'm not willing to do that anymore.
okay,
Period. For nobody.
I don't blame you. I think sometimes you have to put yourself in check.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you have to stay behind your boundaries. You feel me? It's one thing to have boundaries, but if you're standing in front of them, they're not really boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? Because somebody could still do something to hurt your feelings or attack you, right? And then you got to get behind your boundaries. But to stand in back of your boundaries is important. September is Suicide Prevention Month, right? But this topic is important year round, right? Like I was saying earlier, strong friends, leaders, caretakers often suffer in silence. You feel me? Because you're taking on so much. So the uncomfortable question of the week is, why do we assume the strongest people in our lives don't need help when they're often the ones carrying the heaviest weight? Right? For me, I can say I was not aware that their weight was that heavy because I never saw it. I never saw them struggling. I never saw them being upset. I never saw an ill moment come from them, right? So I didn't think it was heavy on them, but I should have reached out. I should have called. I should have texted. I should have stayed a little bit longer when I seen them. You feel me? Like, so, I don't know why it's so hard for us to realize that the people that are the strongest, the people that wear the capes, the heroes that we have in our lives, have moments of weakness.
Absolutely.
Where they have doubt, where they don't know because everything ain't perfect. I've realized that this year, right? And it's been, a lot of people could say, you just don't come out anymore. No, I really don't, because I'm trying to get myself together. Because if I come out, I don't want to say the wrong thing. You feel me? Like, I don't want to explode on anybody or take anything out on anybody. So I'm trying to gather myself in my space. You feel me? So, and everybody says they don't have my space anymore. Yes, they do. My space. You feel me? This is the first time in years where I have space that I can call mine.
Well, you ever heard of the saying, the squeaky wheel gets the oil? So oftentimes, like, it's unfortunate that if you're someone who's reserved or someone that keeps, your emotions to yourself, even though you may be deeply in need of some type of support, because you're not screaming, help me, you may be overlooked.
Right.
And I see that, just in the profession that I work in now. So it's like, you can't just assume that because someone's quiet and looks all put together that they may not be struggling with stuff, because some of the people, that could have everything that you could possibly want, they look like their life is all put together, can be suffering with depression, suffering with grief, might be suicidal,
Right.
and people will just overlook it because of how they present. Some people just present very well.
I think I'm that person. So last year, everybody knows, last year was a rough year for me. I then decided to take a trip to the Dominican Republic. In all actuality, I had no plans on coming back from that trip. Now, you called me.
I know. I remember that conversation.
I had just got off the airplane,
Wow.
and we were talking, and, you know, it was cool, but you couldn't hear it in my voice.
I sure couldn't.
I was there for my birthday, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I'm tired of giving. I'm tired of being there. I'm tired of everything being my fault. I'm tired of people feeling like I let them down. I'm tired of being frustrated. I'm tired of being upset. I'm just tired. Now, most people, when I talk to them, they was like, yo, man, you going out there? You going out there? I was like, nah, I'm good. They say, what? Come on, big. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm good. One of my mans hit me up. He was like, yo, something wrong, bro. What's wrong? I said, nothing, bro. I'm straight. He's like, you sure? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll see you when you get home. Because he knew I wasn't out there doing the things that Pierre typically does, right? So,
right.
Yeah, I got a razor. I was going to slip my wrist.
Wow.
And my phone rang. It was my son. And when I say these things, I'm not proud of them. I'm not trying to highlight anything. I'm just letting you know, like, you can think somebody has it all together. You can think somebody is perfect and they understand life and they get it, man. But when they hit a wall, bro, I mean, really hit it, and they just don't see no other way out. You know, I quit both my jobs last year. Everybody was like, man, you was a nut for that. You know, you was making good money. You was doing a lot of good things. What happened? Yeah, I just felt like I wasn't. I just didn't feel like me. So I was sitting there, drunk as shit. I was about to cut my wrist, and my son called me, bro. Yo, Pop, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I ain't doing nothing. What you mean? I'm chilling. Like, why you look like that? It's tired, bro. Just sitting here thinking. Like, all right, man, I love you, man. I'll see you when you get back. You feel me? Like, proud of you, Dad. So why are you proud of me? It's like everything that you show me. The love that you give me. Now, when that phone hung up, when I say check on you strong, he didn't know he had to call me. He didn't know he had to let me know who I was. He didn't know he had to fortify me as being his father, you feel me, and giving him good energy. He didn't know he had to do that. He was just doing it. I put the razor down. I'm still drinking. I'm like, what I'm going to do? I can't do that now because I'll be leaving my kids behind. You feel me? Like,
Right.
Not to say I wasn't thinking about them before, but in that moment, man, when that grief hit me, when I was drinking, I'm sitting there, I'm drunk, I'm at the table, like I'm in the hotel room. I didn't want nobody to find me. I knew my family couldn't afford to send my body back from Dominican Republic to Chester to bury me. Like, that's it, I'll be done. Like, don't nobody got to worry about me anymore. And again, I'm not saying this for any sympathy. I'm not saying this for any, I'm not trying to gain anything. I'm just saying this to somebody. It might hit somebody. Somebody might understand what I'm saying. They might get what I'm trying to relate to them. You are important. You might not feel that way right now, right? You might not have enough energy or want to have enough energy to continue dealing with what you're dealing with. But listen, on the other side of today is tomorrow.
Absolutely.
If you stay stuck in today and yesterday, you'll never get a chance to fully enjoy tomorrow, right? So see the fact that the sun come up. It's a new day. I don't care what was this, and I got bill collectors, I got people I owe, I got all types of people on my back right now, right? And it's just it is what it is.
You know what? You sharing that story about, your son reaching out to you. I feel like I think about the time where I met you the first time I was on the radio station, your mom passed away. It seemed like I always contacted you when you needed some reassurance, when you needed some positivity. It was just like, I don't know. I guess that's a gift that God has given me. But it's like, you'll be like, yo, like, you just said exactly, like, I really, like,
I
needed
needed
that.
that. I needed
And
that.
there's so many times we've had, and I'll be like, I just was thinking about you.
Right.
And I was like, he probably think I'm weird. Because
No.
I would just randomly be like, yo, like, hey, I might send you a voice note. I might send you a long ass text, I'll be like, he probably think I'm weird. But it's just like, I felt like if I feel the need to like reach out to somebody, I don't ignore it. I don't ignore it at all. Because I'm like, that person probably needed to hear what I had to say. So I'm grateful that you're still here.
I'm happy too. I got to see my son graduate, my daughter graduate college, right? I'm trying to fortify my relationships with my children a little bit more, right? For the last 7 years, I've been grinding, right? Trying to build this radio station up, taking 10 steps forward and 20 steps back every time, right? Oh man, we did this. Yeah, but I got to go back down here and do this. You feel me? So it's like that constant running. I was tired, bro. I was like, man, this thing ain't going to take off because I ain't got, not saying I don't have the right people. I don't have the right mindset to understand who I have and put people in different places. Like I'm not a CEO. I'm a worker. You feel me? Like, so I just want to talk, right? But I gotta be able to look at business the right way. I gotta be able to judge people the right way and who's good, who's bad, who's here, who's not. You feel me? Like, so for me, it just was a whole bunch of plates spinning. You ever see that person that can spin all them plates?
Yeah.
He got like 10 plates spinning.
Right.
One plate wobbled,
Right.
then they all start to wobble, right? So it's just, for me, that's where I was, and I took it to heart more than I took it to business. And then I had a conversation with my therapist, and he was like, think about the things that you have accomplished already, right? And weigh them against what you haven't. Right? And understand that this is your process. You're going through it. It's like, bro, you're not even 10 years old yet. And look at all the stuff that you've done.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So like think positive about yourself, right? And put some good energy in the air. But I understand where you're at. Don't stay there.
Oh man, I live by that. I always tell people, no matter what you're feeling, whether it be a good, whether it be a bad, allow yourself to feel those feelings. But if it's something like that makes you sad, just don't allow yourself to stay there. Like, that's so important. Like, don't allow yourself to stay there. That has helped me. And I feel like when you're depressed, you're going through grief, like, you have to, like, at some point, shift your mindset. That has gotten me out of some really dark places. And I'm going to share something that's kind of, like, really, really personal. When I used to get depressed, I would go into isolation so much, like, I was functionally depressed. Like literally, I would go to work, but when I came home, when I say I shut down, lights off. And this is the thing, I think about this. I did this in the beginning of my marriage. I did this in relationships. And I was like, wow, like I don't even know how people dealt with me at that time because I would shut all the way down. But to the outside world, because I'm going to work, I'm functioning. But when I got home, I shut down to the point that my bestie, I thank God for her because if she didn't hear from me for a while, because I was shut down. I've known her since I was 12 or 11. She would come knock on my door. She would come knock on my door like, yeah, she ain't picking up her phone. She ain't calling me. She ain't responding to my text. And I mean, I would drop off the face of the earth for several weeks. With no problem. And I thought that shit was normal.
Yeah.
Because that was my way of coping with life. Like, I was really going through, like, a real depression. And I thank God that I've been able to shake that. But it used to get real dark for me.
Yeah. And that's I'm not going to say, all right, I'm going to be honest. That's where I am right now, right? It's not super dark because I have my daughter, right? And just the way she looks at me, right? Allows me to believe in myself a little bit more, to get up and continue to do shit, but it's hard. It's hard. I think because, I lost my mom last year. And as much as people don't know, my mom was the only parent I had, right? So to lose that unconditional love, to lose that, me and my mom didn't have the best relationship as far as the way we communicated, because I wanted her to get up. I wanted her to keep on moving. And I didn't realize just how bad she had it when my father passed away. It's like, come on. We got to keep moving. And it was hard to get her to keep moving, right? It was very hard to get her to stop just sitting around. So when she passed away, I was happy for her, but also like, now who I'm going to lean on. I don't want someone to sit around me just because I'm going through something. I need somebody to be there and be supportive every day like I show up. If I show up for you every day, I need you to show up for me every day. Now, I get it. We could both sit here and cry. I'm not telling you to show up with balloons and candy every day. Like, if it's something you're going through, let's figure it out. But everybody's not capable of that. And that's when you get into this functional depression that you were talking about.
Yeah, I did that for several years of my life.
And like I said, for women, when they attempt suicide, you feel me? Like, really go through with it. It's not like I didn't try it before. I tried it when I was younger. You feel me? I tried to kill myself with some pills. My grandma saw me. I was like, boy, what's wrong with you? I know. Let me call your mom. Went to the hospital. Said I had a bad headache. I had a cyst in my sinuses.
Okay.
So they did a CAT scan. It was like, oh, he has a cyst in his sinus, so he really might not have tried to kill himself. But I was like, shit, I passed that. All right, I won't never do that again. You feel me? And then we had the situation where I just felt I didn't see no other option. I would rather not be here than to be here and just be here. Right?
Right.
But this show isn't about me. This show is about you guys. The show is about an uncomfortable conversation based on suicide. Suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the United States, right? But it's important, right, that we check on our strong friends. Among ages 15 to 34, suicide is the second leading cause of death.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Right? Men die by suicide 4 times more often than women, but women are more likely to attempt. Why do you think that is, that men die 4 times more? Because I think most men don't have a problem putting a gun in their mouth and leaving a mess behind. When women think about committing suicide, they want to do it very neatly. You feel me?
That makes sense, actually. That makes sense.
Where they're taking pills
Right.
and different things like that, and somebody comes in and says, yo, what's wrong with you? You feel me? Whereas a man just puts a gun in his mouth and blows his brains out or slits his wrists and there's blood everywhere. You feel me? Like,
And I think oftentimes when men commit suicide, it's the pressure of the world. Like, just feeling like I'm not enough. Like, I keep on trying to get out this hole and I feel like I'm falling deeper and there's no way out. So my way out is, taking my life. Not saying that women don't feel that way too, but
Right.
I feel like it happens more with men, unfortunately.
Black men are less likely to seek mental health treatment, but face some of the highest levels of unaddressed trauma.
I definitely agree with that.
That has been something I have been trying to fix since I started the radio station. I used to have these T-shirts. I wanted to make therapy works. Ask me how. A lot of people believe that therapy is for white people.
Listen, I've heard
But
that so many times.
but like I said, are they winning? Right? Because they go to somewhere now. Listen, I don't want to go to a therapist for any drugs. I don't want a therapist giving me any mind-altering drugs. Unless he give me some ecstasy or something like that. You feel me? like if you're going to make me want to talk, you feel me? That's another thing I learned. That's what however you feel, that ecstasy brings it out of you.
Or a shroom.
Yeah, or a shroom. I haven't tried one of those yet. As I was going to try one of those. But I don't want to get stuck.
Right.
You feel me? And be out here running the streets butt naked and tripping. But why is it that black men don't? Why is it that black people don't want to go to therapy? We got it, right? Grandma said keep whatever happens in the house stays in the house. That's cool, right? But if we really think about our community and how damaged it is, and how much PTSD is being passed down, generational PTSD, you feel me? And it has never stopped. I'm talking about filling out applications and not getting a job, not dropping out of high school, you feel me? Getting locked up, getting beat up, having things happen to you. I was talking, Richard Bly did a show yesterday. He was talking about people that go to jail and get assaulted, right? And don't come home and talk about it. You feel me? And now you out here hunting out little boys. You feel me? Because you felt pain. You want other people to feel it. So it's true what they say about hurt people hurt people.
Absolutely.
Right? So when I went to therapy, bro, I've realized what it did for me, right? My life was like this room with just clothes everywhere. And he came in the room, had me fold everything, put everything up, color code things, put things up, and then I saw this on the floor. I was like, damn, I always wanted to do that. Why don't you do it? And I did it, right? And I thought I was cured, and I really wasn't. I still had some more therapy sessions to go to, and I stopped going. You feel me? So I think that's probably where my dysfunction came from, because I thought, oh, man, I'm good. But I went right back to doing what I was doing before, just in a different mind. You feel me?
Well, often we have to break the norm of, like, say if we grew up saying, oh, therapy is for white people. We have to sometimes go against the norms of our family and our tradition. Like, oh, we don't talk about our problems. We keep our problems to ourselves. And being willing to just break out of that culture is hard. It's scary because you don't want to be like looked as the outcast. You don't want to be judged. But if your mental health depends on it, fuck it.
I was already an outcast. Like, I was already judged. So it wasn't a problem for me to go. I didn't know. Before, when I was asked to go, I never wanted to go. And then when I got to a point where I needed to go, when I saw like our communication was falling off and we wasn't talking, I tried to go with my ex-wife.
Okay.
Before we got divorced, and we went in there, had an awesome session, to the point where I wanted to go back. You feel me? She didn't want to, and that was cool. You feel me? Like, no pressure on you. I'm not saying anything. We walked out of there. I shared everything, which was crazy. She walked out. She was like, I just want co-parent. I'm good. You feel me? And I understood why.
Right.
You feel me? Because I did some things that was crazy. That was retarded. And, we moved from that situation. Now it's like everything that I went through for the last 7 years, majority of that stuff was without her. I want to say for the last 5 years, all of it was without her. You feel me? So it's like, now it's like, when my mom passed away, this was the only woman that was there.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, nobody else showed up. Wow. Leslie was there, my friends were there. You feel me? But I'm talking about someone that I had relations with.
Right.
Someone that I laid next to. Someone that I cried on her shoulders, right? She was there. And it just made me think about who my friends were. Now, at the repast, I saw all my friends. All my friends were there. I was super appreciative for them for showing up, for being there. You feel me? For having my back. Because that was at a time where I was being harder on myself than anybody else, right? Because I was trying to be strong for my kids. I couldn't cry. I had to be there for them. I had to talk to them. I got nieces underneath of me. You feel me? So I got to make sure I'm able to withstand whatever's coming at the front door, right? And I think that's what men do more than we don't, right? You don't never lay on that couch and cry or get out what's hurting you, what bothers you, what makes you upset, what do you feel like you can't do. I had a therapist session with my therapist, and we was just talking. He was like, have you ever felt like you couldn't do anything? Like there was nothing you could do to help anybody. How do you feel when you feel that way? You feel me? And we dug in deep on that. And I was like, yo, man. After I walked out of there, you feel me? I felt like, oh, I can handle some things. I can knock some things out.
This makes me share something, and I probably will only talk about this once. So my grandmother died in 2020, right? And at the time I was married. So around the time my grandmother died, my ex-husband's father was dying, and he helped me up.
Right.
Wow, his dad, who's burying his father and picking me up out the street as my grandma was actively dying while he was burying his father. The strength that he had at that moment, he literally had to pick me up out the street. And it made me think about like how men sometimes have to carry things. Yes. It's like they got their own shit, but they have to carry yours. And for that, I will always have respect for him for that, because it was like I was falling the fuck apart.
Right.
And he was grieving. And you know what? I always used to feel guilty of like I didn't have the capacity to hold him up at that time. He had to hold me up while he was grieving the loss of his dad, and I'm grieving my grandmother. I didn't have it.
Right.
But that's something that was crazy.
I mean, that's hard. That's hard.
Crazy.
Right? But
crazy.
But even in the strength of that, there were certain, everything cracks under pressure. There's no way we can't say it doesn't, right? A wall, when faced with enough pressure, can crack. You feel me? A diamond, when faced with enough pressure, can crack, right?
It ain't crack in front of me.
Right, and he won't. And that's the thing. Men will not crack in front of the woman that they love. They try their best not to. I've learned that you got to show a sense of, damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of pressure. You feel me? Because when you don't, then other things are piled up. Oh, he can handle it. Oh, he can handle it. Oh, he can handle it, until you can't. And then when you can't, oh, you ain't no man. And that's how men feel. I have to take this. I have to take this on. I have to be here. I have to show up. I have to stand still. I have to be her support. I have to hold her up. I have to pick her up. And when he doesn't,
And I learned from that experience to like be more attentive and to be more compassionate from that moment, because I don't know if it was me, if I could have done that. I'm just being real. Right. I don't know if I could have done that.
Right.
I'm grieving the loss of a parent.
Absolutely.
And I'm picking you, like, I don't know. So that's something I will always keep with me probably for the rest of my life. Yeah.
It's not something that you shouldn't keep with you, right? Because you're realizing just how strong a partner is, right? And we can say, you know, for me, I was not a great partner. I lied, I cheated, I stole, I did a lot of things to my ex-wife. You feel me? And for whatever reason I did it for her, I did it. And I had to own that, right? I had to stop blaming her for my actions, right? And even in that, if she was to be dealing with the same, I would have been there for her. You understand what I'm saying? Because I realized, like, you need to have somebody there. Now, if I got to that space and I saw that there was another man in that space, then of course I back up.
Of course.
But there was nobody there, right, during my mom's funeral, right, and I wasn't breaking down because I had my kids behind me. But afterwards, the day after, like, I cried. I still come out the shower now and I put the towel in my face and I just scream, right? Because it's like, damn, I want to call her so bad. I want to have a conversation with her. I want to talk to her. But realizing where I was when I went to the Dominican Republic, I said, I can't never allow myself to get like that again. So what I stopped doing, I stopped drinking, right? I don't drink as much.
Okay.
I don't mind drinking, but I don't.
You don't drink to get drunk?
Bro, I don't, because I'll never get drunk.
You have a high alcohol tolerance?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't. And then I keep drinking, and then when I really get drunk, that's when it creep in. You feel me? Look at you. You ain't shit.
That's real.
Right. I beat myself down, right? So I have learned how not to do that. But when when a black man, if he ever falls in front of you, this is for everybody out there that's listening right now. If he ever falls, if he ever cries, if he ever has a moment of weakness in front of you, then know that he loves you, right? Because there's not a lot of people he can be weak in front of. You feel me? Like, it's not a lot of safe spaces for him to be vulnerable. And this is why people aren't vulnerable today. This is why everybody's out here trying to hurt everybody, tear everybody down, destroy everything, because they're hurting. But they're hurting, and what do hurt people do?
Hurt people.
That's it.
And I realized I wasn't always a safe space as a wife, as a friend, as a human being. And now that's my mission in this life, is to be a safe space to the people that I love. I've learned from the mistakes I've made. I've done a lot of work to be a safe space, especially to black men. And I'm grateful for that.
Grateful. Yeah, so any unaddressed trauma that you might have, reach out to somebody. Call somebody. Listen, I tell people all the time, call me. You feel me? Like, I'll listen to you, bro, because I'm dealing with it myself. Now, I can't pick it up for you. You got to pick it up, but I can listen to you and let you get everything out. Get it out. You got to get it on the table. And the only way to get it on the table is to say what? You can't heal what you
don't reveal.
Right. So you have to reveal it. You have to let it go. You got to throw it up. You got to get it up on the table. Once it's on the table, then you got to think about where it belongs, right? Is it good? Is it bad? Should you throw it out? What did you learn from that situation? What did you take from that situation? So the person that looks out for everybody is often alone when they really need somebody. Would you agree with that?
Facts.
Why?
Because you're always the safe space for others, and it's like you don't even have the chance to be able to rest and tend to yourself.
In a relationship, you believe in a word where one partner gives, the other person gives back, correct?
That's reciprocity.
If you do not have relationships with people, regular people, where reciprocity is one of the biggest things that y'all have, that's when you become alone. Right? Because you should not be alone. You should be in a situation where you're giving and they're receiving, and they're giving and you're receiving. So if you go a day without reaching out, somebody should pick up the phone and check on you. I tell my kids all the time, but call me, please, because, I have strokes. Could be in the middle of the night. Call and check up on your dad, because you never know. You could wake up one day and I not be here. Who's going to feel bad? I'm not. I'm dead. Who going to be like, yeah, I should have called him. Don't cry now.
But it depends on the foundation of the relationship and how healthy it is. Because if you, again, I say when you build off of not sturdy foundation, you don't have those norms in the beginning, it's kind of hard to establish them. Not saying that they can't be established, but if it starts off as unhealthy, then most likely that's what's going to be.
How you doing, Miss Austin? How are you? Her comment is, I learned that we're only as sick as our secrets.
That's a good
yeah, that's deep.
Point there, yeah.
That's deep. We're only as sick as our secrets. Well, shit, I must be.
And you know what? I feel like when we get on this podcast, we share some uncomfortable stuff. I've shared some uncomfortable stuff, and I feel like that's how I don't be sick,
right.
To be honest.
Right. Let it out.
By letting it out.
Right.
So it's freedom in speaking, your truth. And yes,
Please.
It's uncomfortable sometimes, for sure.
Boy.
Yeah, but I can't
it's
hold
beyond
stuff.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't hold stuff in.
It's beyond uncomfortable. But if we hold on to it, the longer we hold on to it, the longer it holds on to us.
Facts.
So let go. Let go. Throw it up. Please, please. Strength doesn't mean silence. Sometimes I'm good is just code for I am not okay.
True. True. I agree. Because again, think about, like I said, in black families, it's like, I'm not going to show people I'm weak. I'm not going to tell people I'm sad. Like, it's like, you look weak if you share your emotions about how you're feeling. It's really unfortunate, though.
Right. I stopped saying I'm good. You feel me? And people get mad at me when I say it, but I say I'm breathing. You feel me?
Real.
Like, because that's what I'm doing. I have to cope with life. You have to cope with life. We deal with things on a daily basis, man, be it death, be it loss of finances, be it just things not working out the way they should. But you got to keep on breathing, right? And I'm not mad at myself for breathing. I'm gonna continue to breathe. I'm gonna continue to push. I'm gonna push anybody that stands next to me. We gotta jump. We can't sit here. Let's get into this main conversation, man. This is Uncomfortable Conversations with your host, Uncle P.
And Drea B.
And we are talking about Suicide Prevention Month and how to check on your strong friends. Pick up the phone, text, call, say what's up. These are the things that we should be doing on a daily.
Or pull up. If you've been reaching out to somebody, you've been texting them, you've been calling them, you've been DM them, whatever, and they not answering, you might have to pull up. Cause I done had people pull up on me plenty of times when I was in a deep depression.
Let's have it. So, why do we put so much pressure on the strong friend to always have it together? Is it because what we see them do on a daily basis? Is it because, they just look like Superman, the way they get everything done, right? And we don't check on them. We don't reach out. We don't call. You feel me? Is it because what we attempt to say is happiness? We're looking at them from the outside lens and we see them smiling and they got it all together, but we don't see when they go in the house. We're not checking them. We're not checking on them when they go in the house. Yo, you all right, bro? You feel me? Is that what it is?
Sometimes we be consumed with, and unfortunately, sometimes we're selfish. Sometimes we be consumed with our stuff that we're not able to see other stuff. And sometimes it's not even personal. It's not like we trying to ignore somebody, but you might be consumed with all the things in your head, and something can just kind of miss you.
Yes, it can. Mm-hmm. Yes, it can. Have you ever checked in with someone only to find out they were struggling more than you thought?
All the time. And that's hard when you're struggling yourself. Mm-hmm. You're drowning and someone needs a lifeline, but you like, damn, like if I give them this lifeline, am I going to drown? Like I've been in those type of situations where it's like, I really don't have the capacity to give you this lifeline. Or sometimes I have given the lifelines and then next thing you know, I'm in a deeper depression.
Boy.
Trying to help you out.
Movement, right? That's one thing my therapist says. Movement will cure your depression. Go for a walk, right? Go outside, see the world. Don't sit inside in the dark, in the room, by yourself. Have somebody there with you. And like I said, my daughter, I'm going to call her Stitch because that's how she act, right? She has been, you feel me, a blessing. You feel me? Just to have her around, just to constantly, Jordan, what's up? What's up, Dad? And like I said, this girl, man, she'll creep up on me. I'll be on the edge of the bed. She'll creep up on me. She'll give me a kiss. I love you. You feel me?
Her energy is unmatched.
Her energy is absolutely unmatched. And I realize, you feel me? Like God don't make no mistakes. Like He give you what you need, right?
Absolutely.
But you have to see it. You feel me? So I definitely see her, and it has brought me a lot of joy over the summer to be able to spend the time with her, and I'm talking about overnight. Like we wake up together. Let's go to the bath, let's go to the potty. You feel me? Like she like, Dad, I want some strawberries. You feel me? Went to the market today, got some strawberries and some blueberries. I'm gonna start making and she like banana. I'm like, all right, what I'm going to make with that? I don't know. That's what I want. You feel me? So now I'm like, all right, I got to make a smoothie in the morning. So, just start eating healthy and being here and just promising that I ain't going nowhere in no time soon, right? Because one thing we can't do is live forever.
True.
Right? So, make sure we let our children know how much we love them and how much we want to be there. And for those of us without any children, you feel me? Give good energy to the children that we are around, True. Right? That are not ours, right? So,
absolutely.
What signs of struggle should we pay attention to in our loved ones? Withdrawal from friends and family. I think that's a big thing. And I'm gonna tell you honest, most of these I am doing currently right now.
Wow.
You feel me? Like I'm not outside. I'm not doing a whole bunch. I'm not showing no parties. Because it's like 50-50. I'm depressed, but I'm trying to come out of it, right? And I can't come out of it around people. You feel me? Like I don't.
Then you don't want to feel like you pissing in somebody's Cheerios,
Right,
but
right,
coming
right,
around with bad
right, right,
energies.
right,
I've
right,
been there.
right.
I've
So
been there.
so
Trust me, I've been there.
I'm trying to get back into going to the masjid, praying. You feel me? Like putting good energy in my way. You feel me? Being grateful for every moment, being thankful for every day. But it's hard. Um, Loss of interest in things they usually do or usually enjoy. I'm still podcasting. You feel me? That's one thing that hasn't fallen off, right?
Okay.
Haven't done the radio show lately, but getting back to being able to do that. You feel me? Going to start doing that in the morning.
Okay.
But yeah, it happens. You just got to keep moving.
And that's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. Changes in sleep, eating, or mood. Yeah,
When I was like really severely depressed, I was moody, like moody. You couldn't say too much to me about me getting an attitude. Very oppositional and very short when I was going through.
I sleep during the afternoon. I might take a nap.
Okay.
You feel me? Just me, because it's me and Jordan, right? So I'm like, come on, let's take a nap. You feel me? Lay down with her. Eating, I probably eat once a day.
Okay.
I'm not overeating or anything like that. And my mood is always good. It's always bubbly. You feel me? It's never. I've been left that pessimist alone, right? So I'm an optimist. But if you're not moving in an optimistic way, then of course I'm not going to pay that any mind. Talking about being a burden or not wanting to live. I don't think I was a burden on anybody. I just felt like, who cares? You know what I mean? So that I think it was more not wanting to be here than being a burden. Man. How do cultural norms like man up, be strong, or don't cry stop us from being vulnerable?
Wow. That's a whole thing to unpack.
Right.
Because it makes you feel like, that it's wrong to express how you feel. So it kind of makes you shut down. And I feel comfortable.
Being someone that like I grew up in the city of Chester, but not. I grew up in the city of Chester, and I love the city of Chester, but I wasn't from '93 to '95 was like my coming out party, like understanding who I was, right? And for everything that I went through in those 4 years, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the friendships, the dissolved friendships, the enemies, and all that stuff, I've never been concerned with how anybody felt about me, honestly. So I can cry in front of you, no problem. You think I'm weak? Come try me. You feel me? Like that's always been my thing. Like come, please, come. You feel me? Like I will welcome that. I would enjoy that. You feel me? Like so I don't. It's never been how you feel about me. It's always been how I feel about myself. And after hearing so much, and after doing so much, and being so much, and giving so much, and being there, and doing this, and doing that, after a while you just be like, I'm done. Like, I've done enough. I've been enough. I've helped enough. But if you can't give me the credit that I deserve, then I can't take it. You feel me? Like so, it weighs on you. It gets heavy. And I think that's where I was. That's exactly where I was. But it doesn't stop me from being vulnerable. Like, I can be vulnerable at any point in my life. I can be vulnerable in a relationship. I can be vulnerable in a friendship. You feel me? I don't run from vulnerability.
And that's one thing I really appreciate about you. It's very refreshing.
Yeah. I guess. What role can community play in prevention? When you have a good community around you, you feel like you can do anything. When you have people that are uplifting, the people that are positive, that are moving forward, you can do almost anything, right? Community plays a big role in preventing suicide, because we're supporting each other. We're
And also
helping each
knowing the
other.
resources that's in the community, like if you are, struggling with your mental health, where to go, who to talk to.
Hmm. I just feel like, you feel me? Who else gonna save me but my community? Who else is gonna speak well of me but my community? Who else is gonna pick me up when I fall but my community? Who else is gonna make sure nobody attacks me but my community? And if you don't have a strong community, I suggest you build one. I suggest you put one together. I suggest you go out there and you find the people that agree with you, that work with you, that want to work with you, to work with you. Let's get into this journal prompt because this is a big situation. So for the journal prompt, for those of us that are doing it, for those of us that have bought a journal, we want you to write down the names of 3 people you see as the strong ones in your circle. Ask yourself, when's the last time I really checked on them? What will I say when I call, text them? What will I say when I call or text them this week to make sure they're okay? Right. So that's the journal prompt question. Make sure you are writing in your journals and having these questions because it's just to help you. Right. So suicide prevention resources to share. 988. This is Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. This is available 24/7 in the U.S. Text hello to 741-741. So that's text hello to 741-741 to connect with a crisis counselor. Encourage. Checking in can save a life. If you're struggling, don't suffer in silence. Reach out. If you see someone hurting, don't stay silent. Step in. And Drea B has a couple
I have a
situations.
couple of them. So I'm gonna do some Delaware County numbers and some Philly numbers, and I'm gonna do some 800 numbers. So the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Again, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Then the Delaware County Crisis Connections Team, that number is 855-889-7827. Again, that number is 855-889-7827. I'm going to give you one more number, and this number I use a lot in my work. The Philadelphia Crisis and Response Center, that number is 215-878-2600. I have other numbers too. You can always inbox me, email me. I have a lot of mental health resources because I am a school counselor, so I need to have these things on deck. But I just hope that this podcast was helpful to the people out there listening. I hope that these resources can be helpful to someone, even if it's not for you, writing it down, it could be helpful to someone else, and that, there is power in community. So if you don't have a great community, of people to like support you, try to build a community by, being open, being around like-minded people, and just being open to different people. That's so important. To build a community.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Listen, suicide is something that affects all of us. Depression is another thing that affects all of us. Black men, I'm speaking to you, right? If you ever feel down, you ever feel upset, depressed, frustrated, you got to call somebody. You got to reach out to someone. Right? That someone doesn't have to be your woman. That someone doesn't have to be your girlfriend. That someone doesn't have to be your mother. That someone doesn't have to be your aunt. That someone doesn't have to be your cousin. but reach out to someone. Talk to someone. If you're a leader, if you are a person who takes on a lot of other people's issues and drama and situations, it's okay to set them issues down. It's okay to put things down, right? Not saying you can't pick them back up, because you can pick them back up, but it's okay to put it down. It helps you, right? This is what I've learned. I didn't put nothing down. I walked around with all of it, not knowing when someone would call me and need it again. You feel me? Like, I'm looking at me. I'm thinking about me. Like, I was too much. I was giving too much. I was helping too much. I was doing too much. And didn't realize that the burnout was coming. And then the burnout didn't come until after my mother passed away. Because I got punched in my gut with that one, because that wasn't something we expected. You feel me? That was not something we expected, right? I had just hung up the phone with her, and like not even 7 hours before she passed away. Right? Just hung up the phone with her, just was talking to her, was just crying to her on the phone, saying, I can't do both of these jobs anymore, man. I want to spend time with my daughter. I want to be in her life. I want to be here. I'm missing things. I'm not here. I'm always gone. I'm always doing something. I'm always traveling. I'm always. Like, listen, God will, sit you down before He lay you down, right? So pay attention to the warning signs that are going on in your head right now. That frustration, that upset, that having to sit out in the car before you go in the house. Call somebody, talk to somebody while you're doing that. If you can't go home and express how you're feeling to your partner, then find somebody you can talk to. And then find somebody that can talk to both of y'all. Because that's the issue. And then if don't nobody want to talk, then, you got to let situations be and let them go where they are, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be able to move forward and talk and communicate. So if you are feeling down, if you are upset, if you are frustrated, man, call somebody. You want to call me, you can call me. You feel me? You want to call Drea? No, I'm just joking. I ain't gonna do that. But no, honestly, I do want you to reach out to somebody if you're feeling a little down, a little not yourself. And your people should know. And for those that don't reach out, don't call, don't check on you, you feel me? I'm not saying they're not your people. They're just not in tune to you as well as you thought they would be. Right? So, find yourself. You can't find yourself by yourself. You got to find yourself with other people, right? So talk to somebody, call somebody, reach out. This has been another great show. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, it really has.
And, yeah, I shared some stuff. We had an uncomfortable conversation.
We definitely did.
And
I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead, do your thing.
To the black men out there, I love all of y'all, and everything Pierre said was on point. I thank him for his vulnerability. He always is vulnerable, and I appreciate that. If you do need resources or whatever, I think, what is my email? Hold on. Let me look here. I think I'm trying to look. Okay, my email. What's the uncomfortable conversation email?
See, look at you.
I'm like,
you gotta write that stuff down.
I know. I think,
it's
A Brown at uncomfortableconversation.net. I mean, nobody has emailed me, but and I'm on social media, so yeah. But if you need resources, I definitely have them. Whether you're a male or female, I'm always trying to help others. So yeah, you can hit me up that way.
Well, I want to thank Drea for constantly reminding us that you can't
heal what you don't reveal.
You can't heal what you don't reveal. So at some point, you got to understand you got to talk about things. Every conversation doesn't have to be uncomfortable, right? After you get what's in you out, The conversations become healing conversations, nurturing conversations, correction conversations. When you're getting what's out, getting out of you what's in you, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be easy. So,
Sometimes it feels worse before it gets better, actually. I'm
boy,
not going to hold you.
boy. Thank you. Message. Sometimes it gets worse. It feels worse. It feels terrible before it gets better, and you got to be able to ride that storm out. Right? You got to be able to ride the storm out. So you're in the eye of the storm. It's your problem. It's your issue. So you are the center of your issue. So it's going to be hard. It's going to tear some things up. And listen, even if you're able to do something and you feel like you've changed, if your behaviors haven't completely changed, it'll come back to you again. Trust me, it will come back to you again. You'll have to deal with it all over again. Like it just happened. Like it just happened. This has been Uncomfortable Conversations, man. This is cmpradio.net, man. I am your host, Uncle P.
And it's Drea B, y'all.
And I want y'all to have a great week on purpose, with purpose. Peace.